Welcome back to the channel, guys, and thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to talk about a new bike from Suzuki for 2022, and it's the GSX-S, not R, GSX-S1000 GT, brand new sports tourer from Suzuki. So we'll have a little overview of the facts and figures, talk about what I think about the bike and how it compares to the existing gold standard for big sports tourers, which is of course the Kawasaki 1000 SX. So Suzuki have brought out a brand new bike. It's based on the K5 derived engine, so 99cc 99. That would be quite a small displacement for a sports tourer. 999cc K5 engine, so it's just derived from that through various lineages over 17 years. The bike puts out 152 PS. I'll put that into old money in brake horsepower, and about 78 foot-pounds of torque, or 106 Newton meters. Comes with all of the spec you would imagine from a big sports tourer. You've got the quick shifter, cruise control, 3 power modes and 5 traction modes. Power modes are called Suzuki Drive Mode Selector, plenty of acronyms here. All of this is visualized to the rider through a 6.5-inch color TFT, and this looks really great. Actually, I've actually seen this in the flesh at the Manchester bike show. I had a demo of the bike, and the screen looks great, really bright. Kind of simple interface, not too overcomplicated, so you can see everything. Everything is apparent easily. Really good. You've also got phone connectivity through this TFT, so you can see your calls. You can also display the nav on the TFT in front of you. Really nice. Some other facts and figures about the bike: 810mm seat height. That's a little bit lower, about 2.5 centimeters lower than the Kawasaki, and the Kawasaki is at 835mm. So if you're on your tippy toes on these bikes, then this is something to consider. It's a little bit more lower seat height. Very upright riding position. The handlebars are sort of a raised handlebar, nice and comfortable, nice and upright. It's really enjoyable to sit on. I haven't actually ridden it yet, but really nice to sit on at the show. Fuel capacity 19 litres, same capacity as the Kawasaki. 46.3 miles per gallon, and that's a little bit lower than the Kawasaki, which reportedly is 48.7, so about 2.5 miles per gallon less. And the other thing is to consider is spec. So although the pricing as standard for the bike just on its own is 11,599, still comes with a lot of tech for that price, but you need to add on about £1,000 to fit the hard clamshell panniers. They can actually fit a helmet inside them, so really good. That they fit in stylistically with the bike, but it's about £1,000 fitted. So you've got 741 for the pannier itself, 168 for the mounting kit, and then £40 for the lock set for the panniers. It's a little bit nickel and diming the fact that they're individually itemized there. I mean, you're going to want the lock set if you have the panniers, aren't you? So let's talk about colors. We've got 2 blue hues, a metallic Triton blue, which is more of an electric blue. So I'll just compare this for you. It's similar to blue to this core balancer roller thingy-majiggy. And they've also got a duller, more understated blue, which is called, quite unimaginatively, metallic reflective blue. For those of you who love black bikes, then they also have a glass sparkle black, which is the alternative to the blue. So not a huge range of colours, and all of the colours are kind of monochrome. There's not much in way of highlights and that kind of thing within the paint scheme itself, but you can add little trick extras, and I'll get onto that in a minute. I'll get onto it now, actually. So the extras that you could have, I won't talk about the pricing. I'll just jot a little thing on the screen to say how much you're going to pay for each of these little gems. They're not cheap. So you can add carbon all over the bike. So you can slather this bike in carbon fiber if you want to. And I actually, before I go into this, I'll say I've seen 2 versions of the bike. One base spec, and then one with all of the extras. And to be honest, having some carbon really does make the bike look more premium. Not sure you'd want to go for all of it, but we can add carbon to the clutch cover, the rear fender, the starter cover, front fender, alternator cover, and then you can also, aside from that, you can have coloured Brembos. I think they're red, as opposed to just plain black. You can also have rim decals, a variety of colours, and you can also have an upgraded touring seat. I don't know exactly what that benefits you? Is it more comfortable? Is it just more fancy, has logos and stitching, that kind of thing? So visually you can upgrade the bike. As far as performance, you've got touring screen, which sort of flicks up at the top just to deflect that wind right out of your visor, right out that airstream above you, which would be beneficial. Grip heaters, or heated grips as most of us call them, but Suzuki call them grip heaters. And front and rear axle sliders. But for the price of this sort of stuff, whether you spec it all or not, given that the base model of the bike is 11,599, you might not want to go to town on all of this stuff. There's also a couple of non-OEM extras that were shown on the bike that I saw, like upgraded levers, and what was the other thing I saw? Oh, crash bungs on the side to protect the fairings if you did have a spill. They weren't actually Suzuki, they were badge Suzuki but made by a third-party manufacturer. Okay, so let's just recap. You've got full of tech, 152 PS, 226 kg, and coming in at 11,599, but let's call that 12,599 if you want the panniers. Let's move on to the competition, and that's the big Kawasaki, renamed this year the 1000 SX. It was previously called the Z1000 SX. We've got a slightly bigger lump, so 1043 cubic centimeters, or 1043 cubic centimeters, 142 PS, so a little bit lower performance. And then you've got three colours in this one. All are black and grey as a base colour. And then you've got highlights, obviously green being Kawasaki's sort of theme colour. Red, which looks quite nice as well, or white highlights. Now pricing, and I'm going to compare the Tourer. So this is the sort of non-performance version. You can get a performance version of the Kawasaki 1000 SX, but let's compare the Tourer version to the Suzuki. So we've got the hard panniers, all of the tech, etc, etc. That's going to come in almost on the button the same price. So we're at 12,549 for the version in white, or white highlights. If you want to unfortunately go for the green or the red, which are probably slightly better overall looks, you're going to have to pay an extra 200 quid. So that's coming in at 12,799. So an extra 200 quid for the Kawasaki. I don't think you pay extra for the colours on the Suzuki, so you get your full choice of the three colours without being exploited in the pocket. Again, you've got the quick shifter, 3-mode traction control as opposed to 5, different power modes. You've got cruise control, smartphone, TFT, pretty much the same thing. One thing to consider is the bike actually weighs a little bit more. It's 235 kg, and bear in mind that the Kawasaki is a little bit down on power and it's a little bit up on weight. So is performance going to be affected? Obviously, maybe you've got luggage, maybe you've got two rider and a pillion. The overall weight change isn't going to be a great deal given the type of bike that it is, but every little kg helps, and the Suzuki is lighter and more powerful. Seat height on the Kawasaki, as I mentioned, is also higher, 835 millimeters. So if you are stretching to get your toes down, then that's a consideration. Okay, so just to sum up, really, I've seen the big Suzuki in the metal, absolutely thought it was fantastic, hugely popular, more people crowding around it, as I said, than the GSX-R1000. So more people are interested in this big sports tourer than the obviously the super sport, the liter bike. There was people around it all day. The Suzuki team members were constantly explaining the features, doing demos of the TFT, talking around the extras. It was really, really good. I mean, I think if the reviews are what they live up to, people are saying it's Suzuki's best bike. This could be really, really exciting for sports touring. And look how much tech and power and comfort and quality you get for the money. So I'm really interested to see it. I recommend you guys go and have a look at it. And yeah, it's going to be a great bike. I just got a good feeling about this one. All right, everybody, thanks for listening. And if you did like what we put out today, then please do jot or give us a like, hit the like button. And also, if you really are interested in following along with the channel, then please do hit the subscribe button. We've just hit 1,000 subscribers, which is a really great achievement for us. Little small channel, just talking about motorbikes, so that's really exciting. If you want to join in and help push us to future highs, then please do hit subscribe and join the little community we've got going here. All right, team, so I'll see you in the next video.